I think this is a record. George, how much to have that man as reserve? He's going. How much to have that man as reserve driver with you next year? Would that work out? Would you like to see that?
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. I think we'd like to see that, but it's up to Daniel to see what he wants to do with his future.
I didn't hear that.
I didn't say anything. I was just insinuating it with my eyes. But let's move on to the race. Let's have enough of that for the moment. George, just talk us through it from your perspective today. That hard tyre, it just didn't seem to switch on and work for you. Or at least the medium didn't fall away for the others.
No, I mean, it's so easy in hindsight. And I think when we saw Latifi put him a hard tyre on and going green, and then Lewis put a hard tyre on and was going green, we thought that was going to be the right thing to do. But as soon as we went to probably the second lap, we just realised that thing was not working. Would have been really intrigued to see what we could have done had we extended the medium and gone on to the soft, kind of like what Daniel did, and had a really strong race. But you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing.
Sitting on the pit wall, were you pressured into that, Toto, because Perez had track position? Were you going to go for the soft? There was always a hard.
No, we were pressurized. We pressured with Lewis to do that. We didn't think that the medium would go anywhere until the end. Totally surprising, also the way Perez hammered the tire and that it was still holding on. So we just got it wrong. We discussed whether the soft hard was a viable one-stop strategy, and we thought never gonna go. So soft medium wasn't even on the radar.
How much did you have to pace yourself out there, and was there a big difference between the beginning and the end of the race with how much rubber was down on the track? Did that play an element at all?
I mean, at the beginning it was sort of management, because I thought Checo was going to drop off, and he did slightly, and I wanted to extend on that medium. At the end I was pushing as hard as I could, but it was like driving on ice out there. I think probably Pirelli brought one step too hard compound here, so you know, the soft probably should have been the medium should have been the hard, and we were kind of like on ultra hards on the hard tyre.
Okay, we were just discussing though, you're now within 40 points of Ferrari. How important is that to you to take second place in the championship? And do you now think that you've got the second quickest car on a Sunday?
Well, you need to be careful to jump to quick assumptions. They clearly weren't fast this weekend, but it was also in our simulations our best weekend. So let's see what happens in Brazil. Finishing second would be great for all our people. A win would still be fantastic, also to demonstrate that the car is fast.
Yeah, obviously you thought that maybe this was your best chance. Between the two of you, what do you think about the next two races? Do you really think that you have a chance to win? I mean, I'm going to say you probably do. Which one would it be, do you think you have the best shot at?
I mean, we've shown between these two race weekends there was quite a fluctuation in performance. I felt like we probably had the fastest car this weekend, and had we been on the same strategy as Red Bull, we probably could have fought with them. And obviously in Austin we were a step behind, so probably Brazil will be halfway between the two. Realistically, it's going to probably be quite difficult to finish ahead of Red Bull at any races this year, but Ferrari, I think we definitely can beat.
No hard feelings with Lewis. No hard feelings with Lewis at turn 3. You think you could have left you a bit more space?
No, I mean, it's. I think the last probably 4 races for me have been pretty scrappy, and going into turn 1, I knew I would have been able to overtake Max on the outside, and then when I had Lewis there, you know, probably if it was anyone else but my teammate, I would have just ran them off the road. So
talk us through it.
Yeah, I mean, a relatively good start. You can see the straight line speed of Red Bull, because even right in the slipstream, I'm barely catching.
Don't rub it into his face here.
So it was this point here where I probably could have chopped across the back of Max, but here I would have just ordinarily gone to the right, and then yeah, got obviously a bit squeezed onto the curb, and that's when Checo came by. So yeah, I mean, that's racing sometimes. As I said, I kind of needed a clean weekend off the back of the last 3.
I know you set very high standards for yourself, George. You've had a fantastic season. I don't want to make him blush, but can you just tell us how good a job this man has done alongside a 7-time world champion this year?
Yeah, mega. I mean, we didn't expect anything else. He's basically destroyed everything in the junior formulas. Rookie champion in F3, rookie champion in F2, and then sent on a internship to Williams. So when we took him, we knew absolutely gonna be on it.
I can't hear anything you're saying.
It was really intelligent stuff.
You're amazing.
You did pretty well. Just finally, let's have a look at that picture of you in the merch, just so it's there for evidence for everybody to see. This is your Is that Danny Rick merch? Yes, it is. Apparently it is, and great specs as well.
Are you having fun now?
Yeah, we're having fun there, but I didn't think that would end up in the internet or on social media because that's not